This fucking prodigy or whatever.
Oh, Sung Ku.
So yeah, Sung Ku Lu or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck it is.
Yeah.
Dude, that was one of the shortest lefts I've ever seen, bro.
It was like this, eh?
Yeah, yeah, it's like getting punched by a midget.
Yeah.
It was that fucking close.
But even back to Sarkill, Jacob Sarkill, when he was in the exchanges with old mate, he had his tongue out, so he's getting tagged, and he had his tongue out, and he was still getting tagged. I'm like, bro, put that thing away. You're gonna fucking end up, cat on my tongue.
He was fucking gassed at the end, but
Oh, bro.
he was.
If there was 30 seconds longer, he would have given up. I reckon. Like, it's just young lungs.
Yeah.
Probably partied a little bit, and try and live it up while you can, while you're young. He doesn't rub off as like an extremely professional guy. He's pretty cruisy. So, but
He
that
looked-
might be
he
what he
looked good,
needs.
though.
Oh yeah, bro.
He looked the goods.
Put it all out there in the first round, and he was chasing the second and third, but did enough in both rounds, I feel.
But I think you notice fucking DC again, bro. I think he's got something against fucking Aussies, eh?
Yeah.
He never gives us our like Volk in his prime. Still didn't give him his props.
You know why?
Does it with JDM as well.
It's because of Craig Jones, bro. Because he's like Aussie grappling, fucking has it over Sambo, has it over.
You reckon that because he's like, oh, when I was in the UFC, Jones couldn't wrestle. They couldn't do anything.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, shut up, you fat fuck.
Yeah.
Remember George Strapolopoulos?
God, he's such a
He was
tosser, bro.
jiu-jitsu, but even just quickly on that as well, I sort of mentioned it a couple of pods ago, but I feel like the American aura where, there is mean and the meanest and the toughest, like, obviously there was their eras of your Mike Tysons and fucking, Roy Jones Jr., and I know that's a boxing reference, but even the John Jones aura is gone because of the delay with the Tom Aspinall. A lot of their champions are no longer sort of they don't hold that aura that a lot of the other fighters around the world do now. And even guys like Khamzat Chimaev, who has he lost yet in the UFC? Nah. But guys like that.
I think he's got a no contest.
He doesn't fight a lot.
I feel like you only had really Bo Nickel, who everybody sort of knew that he was being hyped up anyway.
Colby was on a good run.
Yeah.
But now he's getting fucking
Again,
beat up for money, bro.
Yeah, it might be 6-7 years ago if you really think about it, when he was at his prime.
Yeah, true.
So there isn't as many American fighters in the front running, and even if they're out there trash talking and stuff, it's not the same. Like,
is there an American champ? Can you name an American champ? Oh, you can now, actually.
who are the
Kayla Harrison.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
I can't. I don't think there is another one.
Well, that was Brock Harrison
At the moment,
Yeah.
no.
Everyone's
Well,
fine.
and even a contender wise, like, they have Sean Brady in the welterweights, who is still probably only top, like, not even top 5.
Yeah.
John Jones obviously is John Jones, but
foreigners,
I feel like
foreigners are taking over. Well, John,
Yeah,
I'm not even count fucking John Jones anymore.
ooh,
It's like, fuck, bro. Just like holding up the whole division, bro. Rooting ladyboys in Thailand riding on mopeds. Like, fucking hell.
and now he's talking about Francis
And
Ngannou trying to chase.
Well, Dana,
Just to be clear, we don't have anything against rooting ladyboys and
Ride
ride
mopeds.
mopeds. Bro.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
just like, don't
yeah.
hold up the fucking division.
yeah.
What happens in Bangkok stays in Bangkok.
Yeah, exactly.
Or it gets posted on Instagram when you're high as fuck on the back of a moped. But either or.
With somebody who could possibly be a lady with a beard.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. I wish you'd just hurry up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm fucking over it.
No, I agree. Get it over and done with, and if you are going to retire, then don't hold Tom Aspinall hostage,
Yeah.
delaying his legacy of what could be. But let's go over the UFC. Oh,
I was just going to say, Tom had a fairly high fight rate, hey, before all of this.
Oh, yeah.
He was
Yeah.
fighting a lot,
he's
wasn't
only
he?
waiting because
Well,
he's waiting for Jones.
Didn't he have like a minute 40 fight time over like 5 fights?
Yeah.
Something crazy like that, a
he
minute
gets
30?
him out of there pretty quick.
And that's why that was one of the reasons they were
What's going on
saying
there,
that.
Ben?
What's going on there?
That's one of the reasons they were saying that John Jones doesn't want to fight him, because he's a big watching tape guy, and there's no tape on Tom because all his fights are so short.
So quick, yeah. That's a very good point.
Well, let's talk about the main card in itself of yesterday's fights. UFC 316. I'm going to go from top to bottom. The main event.
No Stone Cold though. I'm a bit annoyed.
That was
Yeah.
In New Jersey. Like, they could have held it
But
in
imagine if
Austin.
they held it in Austin, right?
but
Yeah.
What could have
Stone
been.
Cold. Oh, dude.
Like, for the main event, Stone Cold does the announcement.
Big opportunity lost.
Yeah.
UFC have completely dropped the ball on that.
But Dana even tagged him though.
All I'm waiting for now.
TKO
so the next one
Relationship.
is UFC 420. What will they do?
Nate Diaz returns.
Imagine Nate Diaz and Nick Diaz, bro.
Have you seen all the stuff about Nick Diaz
Yeah,
lately?
been kidnapped to a rehab facility in Mexico.
Oh, has he? What the hell?
That's what he might think is going on, but I've heard that he's in a pretty dark place. He
What
got
is
on
this, like a BJ Penn CTE situation?
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah,
BJ, yeah.
he's in like a facility.
He's got the same CTE as BJ Penn.
Yeah, they're,
Put it that
they're
way.
sharing it.
So, so what? He thinks Nate's cloned.
Yeah, well, along those lines. But it was Nick's girlfriend who, was concerned, and there's videos of him sitting on the side of the street and all sorts.
Oh, that was a while back though.
it was,
wasn't
but it's only derailed more than that as well.
Because I thought he was making a comeback.
Yeah, I
Was
think
the
that
last
was all.
I heard.
That was a last cash grab sort of thing.
Okay,
I
yeah,
think
right.
he knew that he wasn't going to come back.
Yeah.
But maybe for 420, maybe that's what he's waiting for. I mean, it might be 3 years away.
Who else?
No, it'll be next year.
Imagine
Gonna
they have I don't know, Snoop Dogg in the ring, for the
You'd have to get him
With
on.
Khalifa.
yeah.
They're the commentators.
or Cheech and Chong. I don't know. That'd be cool.
What was it the Sugar O'Malley in the Contender Series or Tough, whatever he came through? And he's
Yeah.
like, Sugar O'Malley.
Yeah.
When he's like blowing up.
Yeah, what was he calling him? Little Dicky.
Yeah.
Well, he
Love
helped
it,
them go
love it.
viral because I think
Yeah.
he blew up at one of Sean's knockouts.
Yeah.
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 But speaking of which, we didn't see Sean take the cake yesterday.
No.
I bought into all the hype pre the fight as well.
It was
going,
convincing.
bro. He's going to be different. He's got something special. And then he come out and
He might as well just keep with the lollipops and rainbows look, bro, and just fucking
Yeah.
go
All the
back to
drugs,
the
smoking, bro.
alcohol.
Yeah.
Look
'Cause
better
he-
when you were doing that shit.
Yeah, he didn't fight any different.
No. And it's probably credit to Marab too.
Oh yeah.
His wrestling was a little better though. He stopped a
stopped a few,
stopped
eh?
a few of them takedowns, but fuck, that choke was in tight. He fucking when you see him like do that
Rolled
extra
into
bit,
it and just
and then
cranked
he's
it.
just like, oh god, it was like Conor McGregor
Okay,
tap,
you got
bro.
me.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, I get it. But yeah, I think we even spoke about it at the time when the first fight happened. Didn't really see that gap closing anytime soon. And again, it's only been a year of a layoff. The Sphere since last year.
Yeah.
So, bit of a disappointment, but Marab's so
He's a
good.
freak, bro.
I don't think... do
never
we-
runs out of energy, bro.
And who's next? Like,
Yeah, I was literally talking that today at work. I was like, who's up for the challenge? Like, it's gonna have to be like another high energy, high stamina fucking wrestler like him that can
Well, we saw
strike.
Umar, and Umar's probably the next closest thing to it, and he didn't even come close.
Yeah,
Piotr Jan's, you could say,
bit over the hill probably.
And then there's
So-
Corey Sandhagen, who's in the crowd, keeping his nuts in his pants.
Does maybe Marab moves up?
Well, if he wants a challenge, but he could just go on one of the greatest title reigns ever.
I
as
mean,
well.
because that's what Volk did. He
Yeah.
was just dominating
At featherweight.
everybody and
Cleaned
just
out
went
the
fuck
division,
it.
eh?
Yeah, got to go up.
That's only his
Aljo
first.
moved up.
It's only his first defense, though. You'd have to
Yeah,
have a couple runs at it
Yeah.
first, surely. See if anyone can spark his interest or get a fucking, like a wild card might come in and
Yep.
have an upset. You never know, but
There's some-
I
there's
can't,
some
I can't
young,
think of anyone beating him.
There's
at the
probably
moment.
some young hot boys who, fucking give him a year or two.
Yeah.
They'll be all right. But
But I reckon feel like he could fight like fucking on the next card.
yeah,
Marab,
probably.
He
yeah.
still looks that fresh, bro. Like
Yeah.
he'll probably be fighting in 2 or 3 cards, I reckon.
there's that condition where people can't feel pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he's got that. Like because I think he broke his toe a couple of weeks ago, and it was black and crooked.
Yeah.
And sure enough, he's still running around on the weekend like it's nothing.
Like
Like
he's
he's
taking the piss out of Conor. Remember, he's like, "Oh, I broke my toe, but I'm not cancelling the fight." Like tag Conor McGregor in it.
That's gold.
Or he's like, have you ever watched Big Les show?
Yeah.
He's like Clarence Claymore. Like he can't die, but he feels everything,
Yeah,
and it's 10 times less.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, did you see the rails cave in on him when he was walking out as well?
Yeah.
That's only Marab. That would happen to Marab walking out.
Yeah.
yeah.
And only like.
And
yeah.
you know what? Like if it landed on him, he probably still would have fought.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he like walks in rattled and just still wins.
Or any other fighter, they probably sort of blow up and look back and throw hands up and stuff, and he runs out even happier than it not happening.
Yeah.
Like he's just it's absolute chaos every time
It's
he enters
almost
the arena.
like he loosened the bolts.
Yeah.
Why was he walking all the way over that side? He knew it was happening.
That's it. He missed the collision, but then he sort of like bounced into it. It
Yeah.
was, you just see Big.
He's such a
fucking-
showman,
Oh.
though, bro, and like such a ball of energy. Like he's
That's it.
just fucking smiling, man.
Yeah.
Why are you smiling, bro? Like you're just about to go into one of the biggest fights of your life, and he's just happy as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, I got this, man. Like I'm the man. There's no one who can beat me.
And
Let's go.
it's- You know, he copped a lot in the beginning of being unlikable.
Nah.
It's hard not to like him now.
Bro, you were one of those not liking blokes.
Said I didn't like his style or agree with his style.
Bro,
but-
I reckon if we track
So
Adam
you're a fan
back-
now?
and when you're performing 100%, when you're redlining like he is, credit's due.
But he's not
I
a
don't mind it.
wrestler to the extent of like Aljo. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
he's
no, I
still,
agree.
he still stands.
Exactly. So that's what I respect a lot more. And it's not just, and the commentators were talking about it during the fight, that it's not just the lay and pray type of fighting. It's
always moving,
There's
that
always
man.
something.
Yeah.
He's tripping, then there's kicks, knees, and they might only be short, but it's when you start to not think that they're landing, and then
Yeah.
he starts to really put more into it. And ball of energy, like you said. But yeah, I don't see anyone coming close.
I saw a picture of him and Kayla Harrison 9 years ago, dude. Marab's got like a better hairline, you know, it's like down here. And Kayla looks less like a man.
Bro, if she was from anywhere else in the world, you're testing the fuck out of her.
Yeah.
Eh? Like,
Well, she was the one who beat Ronda Rousey when Ronda got her bronze medals.
Yeah.
She got the golds.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that is. So don't
fact.
don't fact check me.
nah,
but-
nah.
We
Or
don't
she-
fact check, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
true.
No, I'm telling anyone who's listening.
Yeah.
Because it'll be Aiden probably.
You reckon?
But-
If Alex knows, Alex McKenzie, the casual
Oh, yeah.
MMA fan, if he knows that we're doing MMA at the start,
Right.
because he doesn't like footy ball for some reason.
Yeah. But you know now he's 30 now, obviously.
Yeah.
Do you feel like he's gotten more cranky about us talking about MMA?
Yeah.
Like he just gets like so salty. He's just like, oh fuck you cunts, fucking casuals.
Yeah.
Why am I even in this chat? Like just hates it, bro, so bad.
So we have a fight. We have a fight chat, and like he's like self-proclaimed the guy who knows absolutely
he posts
everything about
he
anything.
when he gets like something, he'll say something ages in advance, like predict a fight that's going to come or whatever, and then he just puts a photo of the Godfather getting his ring kissed.
You sure that's not Michael Plante? You heard it here first.
Yeah, he's like the
He's
Michael
the-
Plante of MMA.
UFC
He's the MMA whisperer, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking loves it.
But that was the main fight.
Well, the co-main event with Kayla Harrison and Juliana Pena, I think.
She was never winning.
Bro. Do you think that they turn a blind eye for the PEDs and all the rest of it because they just can't stand Juliana?
I don't think anybody fucking likes her anymore.
I don't think Dana. I can't see how she is by anywhere likable.
Nah, she got big fucking head too. Like I don't know if you noticed it, and they like get on close to their heads, and you're like, oh yeah, camera's in pretty close. Then they move out, and it's still the same size. I'm like, the fuck? Like when the hell?
I like how she gets all like prettied up for the weigh-ins and like all the
Yeah,
presses
yeah.
and
Gotta.
that. She actually looks quite nice. And I'm like,
But
oh,
when she's in fight with those braids and the big jaw.
yeah,
and-
you're like, what a transformation! Like,
Yeah.
that's a dude in like a Juliana skin suit, bro.
yeah,
Check
Like
the bulge.
Dory, bro. Like
Check the
Dory.
bulge.
yeah.
And then comes out like this. Like,
What's that? Heil Hitler.
Hey,
Oh,
whoa.
jeez.
Too early for that one.
Great song, by the way.
Third, do you want me to keep playing them in the background?
No.
Oh,
No, no.
Oh, the
Hail-
song,
no,
Kanye.
the Hail Hitler song.
Oh, yeah.
Like
You
Kanye.
see, you actually listened to it.
I've never listened to it.
I just seen all the Instagram reels of it.
I can't remember who I was talking to. Oh, Coin, he wants to call him Kerr Ross.
Oh, yeah.
Coin, I think he
Coin.
said his name is.
Why?
I don't know. I was like,
Okay.
it's a Cohen without a H.
Coin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Cohen. Hey, Cohen.
I was talking to him about some racist stuff, and I
Oh,
said
yeah.
to him,
You guys would have got along then. That would have been a great
I
conversation.
just said to him that I reckon that song, that Kanye song, is going to be in your top 10 for the Spotify wrap up, bro.
Yeah. Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah.
It was on repeat. No, I'm proud to say.
10,000 listening hours.
Yeah. You went through your white supremacy area in March.
Oh, nah. I'm going to counteract it with Michael Jackson, We Are the World.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to say it doesn't matter if you're black or white. But yeah. Still had you. No.
Oh, fuck.
What was the other
Third
one?
fight was Patchy Mix
Oh,
versus
yeah.
Mario
What a
Batista.
letdown. What a
Bro,
letdown.
What a name.
What, like Mario Batista? Fucking what a performance.
He's a beast, bro.
Yeah.
So good.
Another bloke doesn't look like he gets tired either, eh?
Nah, he did the same thing to
bunny.
Jose Aldo a couple of fights ago. I think it might have even been his last
Are
one.
we putting it down to Mario being that good, or Patchy just fucking shit in the bed?
Patchy was fucking in patches, all right. Like the only head movement he was doing was because his head was getting fucking.
His feet
pinged,
were
bro.
in fucking concrete, dude.
Yeah.
Completely flat-footed the whole fight.
Flat-footed and flat ass.
Yeah.
Like
Wait,
what? Yeah. Did you not notice that?
No, didn't he have ass? Oh, I
Bro,
know.
he was just
I know
pancake,
he had fucking
pancake booty, bro.
He had toothpicks for legs. I saw that.
Yeah, it was just long, lanky fucking legs and
But I'm like, shoot, please shoot, like because I had him.
apparently his
any
grappling's
round.
unreal.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't see any of it. So
All the hype
Maybe
again,
we put it down
fucking-
to Mario
Yeah, I don't know.
Batista just being that good.
Also, like, I don't like the idea of the UFC hyping this guy up so much before he's even debuted to the point where you go out and have a performance like that. Like the first
Oh, he
round.
deserved the hype. His Bellator fucking record speaks for itself.
Yeah, but if he goes out there and has his hands down and is just stuck in the mud the entire
He's just
time.
getting fucking popped.
Yeah, it was just like his eyes were just, he wasn't even blinking, bro, and he was just getting pieced up too. Like,
I'm about to wake the dead with these smelling salts.
Yeah, give us a woof, bro.
we
I'm
had
actually feeling a bit tired, eh?
Joe Pfeiffer and Kelvin Gastelum.
Yeah, dude, he was getting because I
Joe
was in
Pfeiffer.
between fights, so I was like out of lunch and shit, so I had to try and sneak it where I could.
Yeah, I watched that fight. Pfeiffer,
Pfizer.
Pfeiffer.
Bro, he's
a weapon.
He's on the same diet as Kayla Harrison.
He's
hey,
a
fuck.
he's a weapon,
he's a
but
rig.
why didn't he try and win that fight? It
Bro, he was just
so weird.
throwing single strikes, like no combos, and he was landing a few. But what about Kelvin's fucking
He was saying,
body, bro?
Like he said at the end of the, he looked like me, bro. I was like,
I
wait,
looked three times. I thought it was AI.
I was like, holy shit, I could join the UFC. What's going on?
Just
here?
shave your beard, bro. I would have thought Kelvin
We'd be the-
Gastelum's right next to me.
We'd be the same fucking weight class too, but
Didn't he miss weight?
Oh,
did he?
he must have, bro.
He's pretty big.
I don't know how he made weight. He looked like a burrito.
Because he's Mexican. God damn.
Yeah.
Ben, you won't get this. Jason, you will. He looked like Gear 4, Luffy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when he's bouncy.
Bouncy,
Yeah.
bro. Doing.
Yeah.
He's just like, got skinny legs and just like a massive
top.
like upper body.
Yeah,
But he looks-
it was
he
like
looks-
Humpty Dumpty with legs.
Nah, he looks like an upside down Dorito, bro. He's like skinny at the waist and just like
Yeah,
fat
yeah.
to the shoulders, cunt.
What was the first fight of the main card?
Kevin Holland.
Oh yeah, he
Oh,
put,
good fight, bro.
Old
Yeah.
Vincent LeCue.
Yeah.
Vincent
Oh, I can't unhear it now either. It was-
Did you see his interview after? He's like, "Oh, do you want to fight any of these young up and comers?" He goes, "Fuck no." He's like, "Keep those fucking people away from me. Give me the old guys, the has-beens,
that
guys
Holland?
like yeah." He's like
Yeah.
the guys that can beat, where I can just earn some money. I don't want to fucking fight any of these new dudes. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Give him Rampage Jackson.
But he did say he wants to stay at 170, which is good.
Yeah.
So,
He reminds me of like Kevin Durant, bro.
Yeah,
Just
a
like
little
the Durant shot.
with hair.
Yeah. Speaking of patchy, fucking hell, got all that money, you can't even fix that crop, bro.
Come on, bro. Yeah, get some fucking hair implants.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's like LeBron too. It's like just let it go, man. Shave your head. Michael did it. Yeah, that's what you'd have to say to him, and he'd do it.
You reckon?
Yeah, I got better shaved head than Michael.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just because you've
No,
had.
maybe that's why he's not shaving. Like, oh, look up, but I had hair for longer than Michael.
Oh, God, yeah, long. Yeah, everything's longer with this cunt. There's anyways getting records now. Jesus.
Even his career.
Yeah.
Longer minutes. Do you want to go over any of the prelim fights? Obviously, the Chu Sang Ju
Oh yeah, that knockout. Oh my God.
just bounced off the fucking mat.
And then he gets that little sneaky one in too.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, he is dead, bro. He's not fucking. He's not going to get up and try and get you, you know. And then he's
Indonesia's first and only, first, I think it was the only active fighter or something. Might have even been the first, but goes in and 30 seconds, that happens.
yeah, sick.
I think India only has one fighter as well.
Yeah, I watched
Big
that.
dude.
He was on that
saw
Chinese, the Dana White looking Dana White road to the UFC or whatever.
Yep,
That
yep.
Indian dude, I think, was on that.
But I don't think he's in there anymore, is he?
Yeah, he's still in.
I think he is.
I think he got fucking absolutely fucked when he came in there for his debut. He's like, fucking have a shower, cunt.
But power to him.
He smells like butter chicken when he hit the mat.
Yeah. Yeah, an orange cloud of turmeric blew out of him when he hit the ground.
Yeah, went back to the dressers and wiped his ass with his hand. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he didn't want to get touched. He's like, don't fucking touch me, cunt.
And then he got in his Uber and went home.
He's like, fucking touch me.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'll
but
be
he
10
was the
minutes away
driver.
to see his car doing
What is it? Because
doughies.
they like eat with one hand and wipe
Shit
with the other.
together.
Yeah. So like he's not happy to cop the lefts,
Yeah.
but don't hit me with your right, bro,
Yeah.
please.
Never seen greater head movement in your life when those rights start coming.
Yeah, dude.
Why are you moving into his jab for? Because it's better than his right.
Yeah, stay away from the lead hand.
'Cause I don't want fucking E. coli, bro. Is that cool?
It punches him in the eye, bro. The eye just instantly swells with
Yeah.
infection.
Anyway,
Any other UFC chat that you boys want to? Mention?
Last one on Sugar. Does he become the gatekeeper like Rob Whittaker?
I don't know what's
One-time champion, and then he's just gonna.
You could argue that he's fighting too light, but he might lose his speed if he goes up. And then at higher weight divisions, you're only going to run into the same fucking guys.
But now they easily know how to beat him now too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you almost want to.
I don't think he's the type of guy who would be okay with being a gatekeeper.
Yeah, but if he
wants
comes
that
money
limelight,
fights.
you
Yeah,
know what
but
I
if
mean?
he-
Yeah.
Okay, so who are some money fights for him that you would, fuck off? Obviously you don't want grappling.
Maybe moves over to BKFC or something.
fuck, he'd go right in that. Those quick hands, bro.
Yeah.
He'd have fucking knuckles like the death skeleton, bro. He'd fucking cut some people.
And he
up, I
loves
reckon.
Connor too.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd be a fan of bare knuckle. I reckon, but I could see maybe boxing.
Yeah,
Make some money in
Have a
boxing
crack.
and just stick with the hand stuff. But I mean, yeah, it's pretty. He could still be somewhat of a gatekeeper and still put on some entertaining fights, maybe some big fights, BMF chance in fucking 3-4 years time. Like the UFC would love him to be in that opportunity. So
Yeah.
I think that I don't know about you guys, but lately I've seen with the matchmaking, it's a little bit weird. Like it's not as exciting as it once was. And I don't know if it's got anything to do with the deal coming up with ESPN, like ending and them trying to renegotiate and
I
stuff.
wish they
But
get
like,
it on Netflix.
but I feel like again, like Sugar Sean and stuff, you sort of like if you are strapped for your fights that you're going to make, you're going to try and accelerate him, but maybe you just need to build him through a couple more fights and give him guys maybe like a Chandler or something a little bit heavier, but that's more exciting that he could go for down a different route. But
Yeah, a couple of battles.
Yeah.
Build the hype again.
Yeah.
Maybe he'd get another shot. You know what I mean?
yeah, and
could.
surely like Marab's a bit older than him, right? So
He's only a couple years older, isn't he?
yeah. Oh yeah, Sean's 30 now.
Yeah.
True.
I think Raab's like 32 or something.
Yeah, okay. Might always have his number then.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting times, though. A lot to go back and have a look at for him, I suppose. See what he can do different. But he's still a fucking great watch, though. Like when he's on, bro.
Yeah.
That's why you wouldn't want to see him necessarily go to another sport or, it'd be cool if we can see him in some exciting fights. I just don't know. Again, like you said, that everyone's got the blueprint for him now.
Yeah.
Sandhagen might be exciting, but I feel like Sandhagen would exploit the clinch game and,
For sure. Yeah.
I don't like
from
that. I don't like that, can't I?
Yes.
Maybe he just goes away for a year and just learns how to fucking wrestle.
Yeah.
I mean,
go to Dagestani.
Send to
2 years,
Dagestan.
forget.
3 years, forget.
Yeah.
All right, boys. We'll keep it moving through to our intro. G'day, mates. Welcome back to Your Mates Podcast. Today's episode is a very special sports one. I'm here with your mates, Jason and Trad. How are we today, boys?
Yeah, good, lads. Good.
Good. Backing up
Fucking-
after a big weekend.
Fantastic.
The week of team announcements for Origin.
Still waiting on that fucking Blues lineup.
Edging for the Blues lineup, but I think we've got some rumours, and I don't think it'll be much changed out of the game one, other than obviously
I'd be surprised
Barney.
if they. Yeah,
I think it'll be where the Maxi King will probably be the biggest one, whether he stays on the bench or starts, but we'll hopefully find out before the end of this ep.
Yep. So we're going to be covering all the Origin chat and the headlines around the league, and also be previewing a little bit of next week's games as well. Obviously, with Origin coming up next Wednesday. But before we get into it, a big shout out to the legends that keep the lips wet, the lights on, and keep this podcast kicking along.
Brouhaha.
Brouhaha Brewery. You guys can find them and taste them for yourselves if you jump online, www.brouhahabrewery.com.au. Check out their wide range of beers and lagers available. We've got Imperial Stout that we're going to be testing a little bit, possibly later on this pod. If not, you have to stay tuned for Thursday. On display, we've got the milk stout, the strawberry rhubarb sour, Indian pale ale.
Just drink that with your
Drink-
left hand.
The imperial
Drink it with your left.
mango peachy sour, the red rye ale, and and also the middies and the full strengths as well. If you guys want to check them out, head over to our YouTube channel, have a look at them on display. Alternatively, head over to their website as mentioned a bit earlier. And
Guy actually flicked me a message on the way here after we got the Imperial Stouts. So they're already in 2 bottle shops on the Gold Coast. So we've got our Star Liquor at Labrador has them. And the other one was Liquor Legends at Helensvale Tav.
Oh, nice.
So if you're coming off the M1, it's just a short little detour. If you come back,
No, if you're driving on the M1, not if you're coming off.
well, you're coming off it. You still got to go off the M1
yeah.
to go there. But anyway,
Anyone driving through.
yeah, anyone driving past Helensvale, pull and have a look. But we tried the stouts again last week, the milk stouts.
Fuck, they
so
were good.
yeah, so Guy told me they actually had an influx of sales from Labrador last week.
Oh,
People were going in there and buying them by the cart, like buying a couple
really?
cartons at a time from Labrador.
No way.
Yeah, mate.
And he's like, they're the ones you tried. That's the one you had last week, eh? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, yeah, they just started selling a fair few more.
Fucked.
Let's go.
So are
we love to hear that.
Are we influencers?
Are we influencers now?
Yeah.
Are we?
I'm going to
are
just
we
hold up. Let me update my bio
Because
on
I was
Instagram
about
for
to
1
say
second.
Wait,
that the milk stout, out of these 5 that we have tried, the milk stout is my favourite.
Ooh,
Are we
you're going
beer?
there.
Are we beer influencers?
We might be.
That's nice. I don't think.
Nah,
there
we're
is any.
brewfluencers.
Yeah, nice. I like that.
I like that.
You're going the milk stout. What are you picking?
For favourites, well, I actually went to a random bar in Brisbane the other night, and they had brouhaha there. So I grabbed a strawberry rhubarb the other night.
Ooh.
On tap?
No cans.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
That would
but
have been sick.
there's a-
Love that.
This Brazilian chick working there, and it was a first shift. I'm like, oh, can I just get one of those, please, with the pink writing? And she's just like, oh, this one, touching the tap. I'm like, no, behind you in the fridge. She goes, oh, this one. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, the pink one. She goes, pink? I'm like, oh, fucking hell. And then McGregor's looking at me. He's like, is this bitch crooked? I'm like, fuck, I think so.
Yeah.
And I'm like pointing. I'm like, this one here. She goes, oh, this one? And then points to the one next to it that's fucking yellow. I was like, bro, she's trying to fuck with me. But I ended up getting it, and it was delicious. So,
Should have jumped the
yeah.
counter, bro.
yeah.
This fucking one.
Oh.
See this pink?
I was almost about to walk out, but I really wanted one, so I like waited. But
Yeah, worth the wait. Worth the wait.
You, Benny?
Boys, I still can't go past that limited release mango
the-
Imperial. Like,
I thought you were going to say
I'm
the
not-
Scotch, the
Mango
Scotch ale.
peachy.
yeah, out of the
Yeah,
ones on
we have,
display.
yeah, the mango's good too.
And again, it's probably not. I wouldn't be able to have a big long night on them because they are quite sour. But you know, if I'm just having 1 or 2 in the afternoon, those would
Hell
go
yeah.
down
Yeah.
fucking sweet.
They did go down well. That was a good pod, actually.
Oh yeah, I feel like this, and I feel like Thursday's pod as well is going to be right on par because these Imperial stouts
these are scaring me, bro. It looks like the
Dove.
Dove.
9.6.
The Dove.
Don't say that too loud, bro. Remember, Charlotte's
I
listening.
mean, yeah.
6.9.
619, you say? Yeah. Rey Mysterio. Anyway, so check out brewhahahbrewery.com.au and across all social media channels. And if you're looking to get your business name out there, if you're another podcast or another business, anything local, big or small, head over to Apex Ad Agency.
That's right.
You can find them online and message. Sorry, I'll let you go.
Yeah.
Start
Message Azzy.
I can feel you just watching me and
No, no,
breathing
no.
down. Like, when are you gonna let me? When are you gonna let me say it?
No, I wasn't gonna say
he
what.
he wants to
What-
say it.
What,
Yeah,
what,
yeah.
what do you think I want to say?
I'm not doing
If
it.
you wanna level up,
Oh, there it is.
go over to apexadagency.com. That's on the internet, by the way.
Wow. Can you access that via computer?
I believe so.
Or
Mobile
Safari.
device?
Or yeah, maybe a phone because
Safari,
you can
Chrome.
keep those in your pocket these days.
Fuck, that's insane.
Or maybe you just want to get there on Facebook. Apex Ad Agency is the way to get there and level up your business, your socials, anything you want to do. Get there, get it done.
Let's go.
Get leveled up.
3. That was 3.
Was it?
Yeah.
I wanted to. That's why I was.
Seamlessly too.
That's why I was messing it up because I didn't want to take. I didn't want to take that away from
Oh,
you.
I was
so I'm
waiting.
like,
I was looking. I was like, he's gonna say it. He's gonna say level up.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Let's get on into it. Do you want to end with Origin?
Yeah, I think
That
so.
way we
Then we
give
give
it
it
the-
enough time to
All right.
find if we got the team yet.
So some of the most recent headlines from last week's
Oh, yeah.
week.
Okay, so what have I got here? Manly suck.
Oh, yes. They do, don't they?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to
sorry,
clip this up and I'm going to send it to Mick.
I had to do it, Ben.
And you can sit next to him at the table on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, you still got to explain yourself for talking shit about their
strength conditioning,
strength
yeah.
and conditioning, bro.
Yeah, I bet he'll say the same thing.
Yeah, we just rock up. It's an ambush. Him and Anchor Security just flogged the shit out of us. Yeah, meet
How's
us
that
down.
conditioning now, motherfucker?
They got 5 Indian securities too.
Right hands
All
only.
just left hand in pocket.
Yeah.
I had to do that. But for people who don't know, when I do my little
biased agenda.
my little agendas up, I do them most of the time. It's when I'm taking a shit or when I got a spare minute between jobs. I'll pull up and check into the next job on my work phone. I'll just like, I'll put this in. So I just type Manly sucks.
You do it quick.
I type Titans poo emoji.
Yeah. Every week.
Even
You know
my even my Panthers one this week was Panthers milk emoji Jenkins because he got 3
Yeah.
tries. That's it.
What a weapon.
Yeah, but
I thought you meant because you were going to milk the win like you always fucking do.
no. One of the greatest nicknames ever for a white fella. But anyway, so that's what I went with, and Ben wasn't happy with my biased one-eyed opinion.
Mate, I finally stood up for us, didn't I?
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you not? Do you know what I was saying?
Hey.
Or do
Oh,
you
bro.
see it?
No, yeah,
But
I see it.
you're just used to it now.
I say it
And
every week, mate.
I usually don't even say anything, and I'm just like, yep, sweet, because I know if I say something, that's
They're-
exactly why you fucking write it.
They're all-
but I was like,
no.
today, I was just like,
They're
fuck
all-
you, cunt. I'm like, we fucking lost in Golden Point.
We don't suck, right?
We don't. Yeah, we
Who'd
kick
you
us
lose?
while we're
Who'd you
down.
lose to?
Yeah, the Knights who suck.
Old
But
Pooh Castle was
Who,
so
who
high
else? Who else lost to the Knights 2 weeks ago?
without 7 players.
You still lost. So they didn't have
Still
KP.
lost, mate.
But I even said we played like a busted ass without the players. So
Yeah, but you didn't put in the fucking
You know who
agenda
doesn't-
that
you know
the
who-
Panthers are
I'll
shit.
have to I'll do it because we're going to lose to the Warriors over in New Zealand.
You know
so.
who doesn't lose to the Knights? The Titans. Fuck yeah.
Fuck, was that this year?
Twice.
Damn. Oh yeah, the draw's all cooked, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there's not. If only the Knights were
So,
the only team in the comp
Titans reign supreme in this room.
against the Knights.
Against the Knights.
rugby league math.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's
Titans
fair.
are up this year.
Actually, he
But
is up.
they
He
did
is up.
suck. Well, they won. They scored 16 points. Was it in the
First
first half?
Yeah. So
I thought they
obviously-
were on, bro. I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be like a 40-0.
I feel like if Lehigh was on, that would have been a little bit more in the first half as well. Just would have given us that little buffer to. If we
makes it-
did coast the second half like we did, at least we would have had an extra 2 tries.
How quick was he off?
He makes a big
1
difference.
minute, bro.
Oh, was it that?
Oh, it's
I didn't.
couple,
I must
I
have
think.
missed it. 'cause
Oh,
I was
yeah.
getting-
It was like first set of the game, and in the in goal, and he went to go touch the ball down, and he got cleaned up at the same time and hit his head on the ground.
I think I typed in the
fuck.
chat, I need Lehigh for a double, and then he literally 10 seconds
Did you
later
get
he
your
got
money
in.
back?
No, because it wasn't the only leg that failed. So,
So I gotta,
Also, if that's
so I got to
bad,
get on
bad,
sports bet, bro. They give you bets back injured for.
oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I'm banned from them. So,
Oh, fuck them.
yeah.
But in response to Manly suck. Look, Manly had a good opening half considering the circumstances, but then the second half, bro, Cherry Evans did go missing a little bit. He shanked a couple of kicks, then kicked one out on the full, and it might have dropped the ball once or twice. And that 20 minutes, they scored their 2 tries. Excuse me, within that time frame. So it was 16-12 all of a sudden.
Yep.
And then that just gave them that sort of
Is that
momentum to
origin
carry
pressure
through.
for him, do you think?
I don't know what it is for him, bro.
Nah, you know what I think it is? He's sick of it, bro.
Do you think he's
he
sick?
knows he's going.
Do you think it's
He knows he's
football
not
or
playing the
Manly
best.
that
Nah,
he's
it's
sick
not
of?
football.
I think it'd
It's
just
not
be his
football.
body like not performing the way it was 2-3 years ago.
But he was killing
Age.
it fucking last year and earlier this
He
year.
he's still got it in his game, but he needs to be everything needs to be right. I feel like
Like all the contract stuff too, origin
Yeah.
pressure, losing the first origin and like getting the blame. I suppose like it would all add up eventually. It doesn't matter how
What
much
if-
of a vet you are.
Like, what if this whole
Maybe-
if this whole
no,
Lockie
wait,
Galvin
wait,
thing
wait,
is
wait.
like started because like you know how Fafita, David Fafita is like refusing to play at the moment, and like Lockie Galvin like got out of his contract and is at the Dogs now. What if he's trying to fucking get an early release to go to the Roosters?
Yeah, no, I don't think you'd sacrifice
I
that.
don't think the Roosters want him anymore, to be honest. That's why it's gone quiet.
And you wouldn't be sacrificing a game
Look
mid-game.
Look at those two guys that got Sandon Smith and what's the big fella's name?
Hugo Savala.
Savala, yeah. They've been killing it. And then you've got Sam Walker playing New South Wales Cup now.
So, I saw he's back this week.
But
though.
Sandon...
Oh, is he back this week?
Well, Roosters posted.
Yeah, sick. Well,
Sandon's
there you
looking
go.
somewhere else, isn't he, at the already?
Yeah, so
Well,
I don't know.
You know what? It just hit me. I know what happened.
What?
Halftime, Billy called into the sheds.
I
He
told
said,
him.
"Mate, we're not going with your game too."
You don't win this half, you're fucking not in, mate.
No, I think it was. We've already made the decision. You're no longer our captain, and you're out of the game too. So it's just rattled him at
That's
half
rough,
time.
bro.
He's come out second half, shanked a couple of kicks.
It's very
and it's just thrown DC's game off.
It's very Queenslander to do that though.
No, it's not. But
What? Making hard calls on veterans.
I can't wait to get into Origin, bro.
not mid-game, bro.
I can't
they
wait
did it
to
to-
get into
they did
Origin.
it
I've
to-
got so much to say about Billy.
They did
Yeah,
it to Dane
I bet.
Gagai last year, remember? He was playing fucking
Mid-game?
Yeah, and he come out and fucking lost
What?
the game
Mid-series.
for him. Threw
Yeah,
2 intercepts.
dude. They don't do it. They don't fucking. They're not looking at their phones at halftime, bro.
Ask Kevin
That's
Proctor when he was in the
ridiculous.
toilets.
Yeah, vaping, fucking hell,
And
that's
filming,
a bit, that's
and
a
filming
bit
himself.
different.
Bro, if he was still there, Titans would be winning comps, I reckon.
Yeah,
Yeah, you want team culture,
I'm sure
and then
that-
you sack Kevin Proctor
Yeah.
for having a vape in the bathroom during mid-game.
Yeah.
he was getting on
I
there.
feel like that's the epitome of culture.
Getting on.
Yeah,
That's the Gold Coast
Oh,
culture.
like our age, yeah.
yeah, age. What?
I was like, is that why he was on his phone? Hey, mate, we get
Maybe.
pumped. Can you give us a fucking
Yeah,
take the
yeah.
edge off here?
I'm gonna need a
Next
gonna need
headline?
something.
So I've got Sharks are Jack Fakers. Mate,
What are Jack Fakers?
just fronting. They're fakers, bro. They're
that's-
pretenders.
I said that ages ago.
Jack Fakers.
Not Jack
just
Fakers, but
pretenders.
just pretend.
I think
You know
we-
that the fact that like they'll be there sort of all year long, but they just don't
They're not gonna do
dominate.
anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they don't. Like there hasn't been a time this year where I've been like, all right, Sharks look like the premiership winning side of the
Well,
comp.
they're the
They win
exact
games.
same team they were last year.
Even with AFB, which is surprising to me.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
that would be like their like move up.
Yeah,
but
they
they're
will
just-
take them back.
They're just like consistently good, and then they'll have these couple of fucking shockers, and then you're like you don't go to fucking like a Sharks game, and you go, oh mate, fucking really worried about the Sharks this week.
You know what I
Like-
find? Watching their games, I feel like they defend their line really, really well, and they also finish like that. They'll finish their tries really well. But there's that sort of middle part in the field that they struggle. Like I don't see them making meters. And obviously, if you watch every single game, you're going to find moments where that happens. But in general, they sort of don't really make middle ground and just do really well in the opportunities that they get from their try line, and then also defending their own try line. Like they're very desperate and really good at
Yeah.
doing that, which you can't. It's very
Well,
hard to
I was
score against
watching
them,
like when it really mattered, right? And like the Warriors were starting to sort of run away with it, and it was like every fucking tackle AFB just runs the fucking decoy. It's like come on, like you can't fucking do it. Like you can't expect everyone to go, oh no, AFB is going to get the ball. Man, they fucking know he's not going to get the ball. He
Yeah.
never like he gets it once every fucking 10 or 15 fucking runs.
Yeah,
remember
But
last
he
year?
runs, but he runs it every time. And like I'm watching him at the end of that game, and he's completely fucked, hands on hips, fucking head to the sky, like
you
sucking
don't
in
wanna
deep
use
ones.
one of the best rowers.
Yeah,
in
he's
the
like,
game
fuck,
for
I
that.
can't believe I used another compassionate leave to get into this shit show.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Run decoys
Yeah.
for fucking Craig.
Yeah.
Like you see him do it at Tonga for Tonga and stuff all the time, where he crashes over the line.
He does it for the Sharks, and they give him the ball. Like, more
Yeah,
often,
gotta
more
give
often-
him the
Good
fucking
point.
ball.
Yeah.
Like more often than
Probably
not,
done it
like
5-6
he's
times
such a
this
fucking
season.
big unit. Like even just to try and tackle, but like something that he's got is his fucking late footwork, and that's a lot of the time you'll see him. He'll go to like towards the post and then fucking shimmy out and
Yeah.
crash over that way. I don't know. I just feel like. Why would you fucking pay that much money for a fucking decoy runner?
Yeah.
For that.
Like, you're not
and that
utilising-
quality of a player.
Yeah, you're not utilizing his like best assets that close to the line because they get in there all the fucking time. They just can't score sometimes.
They can
Like,
do it with Tommy Hazelton too. So like they got
Yeah.
they got plenty of fucking firepower close to the line. They're just not doing
big
anything.
fella.
Well, how good? How
I
good
mean,
was he
Big
last
Roy-
year
oh,
for
no, Royce is
anytime
that
try
Tigers.
scorer? And he just
Yeah.
like Hazelnut was the shit, bro. Got
Yeah.
that first one, and he went on a roll for a while.
I mean, credit to the Warriors though. I mean, they are like their forward pack are a bunch of fucking animals.
So Jackson Ford stepping in for Mitchie Barnett, doing a job, bro. They got that like mentality, you know, that next man up shit.
And what's that young fella's name? I think he's the 16.
Valmonga.
Yeah, he fucking what a weapon, hey?
Yeah, I think he's an emerging leader.
He was having the game of his life, man.
Yeah,
that hooker that I changed my tip because I was like, oh, Wade Egan's out. They're going to struggle like without Mitch Barnett. That hooker they had come in, I can't remember his name.
Who the fuck was he?
Dude, fucking killed it. Yeah. Absolutely. He was like getting away from the markers, getting them offside, running 15 meters. Like, he was fucking unreal.
I saw him in the trials. They used him heaps in the trials.
Yeah, he's really good. Like, if Wade Egan's going to keep getting knocked out and banged up and shit, fuck, they don't have to worry, I don't think.
Yep.
So
good replacement.
Yeah. But
the Melbourne Storm absolutely pumped Cowboys.
Yeah.
I don't feel like the scoreline reflects the game because Nanai, mate, he was fucking having a shocker. Like, not passing or passing when it wasn't on. Like, he was doing the opposite, missing tackles, dropping balls. Like,
if you only saw Craig's reaction and not the scoreline, you would have been like, they've lost. They got pumped by 40 points. Dude, like, they were up by 40 and he's just fucking spitting at the fucking
he did a walkout, bro.
He walked out half,
there was fucking like 5 minutes to go. It's 38-14 and he walks. It's like, mate, you'd love that for yourself, but
I'm still calling for a fucking bellyache KMA. Like, I'm telling you now, with KO, $40 premium, you're fucking paying your $40 premium. At least give us a Craig Bellamy can.
Not even. Hey, I would even just
give him a cut. Like, you probably won't want it, but give him a cut.
Yeah.
I would even just take mic'd up. I wouldn't even need camera.
Okay.
And then when you're on KO, you know, your picture in picture.
Yeah.
So instead of having your commentators on, you've just got Belly going, oh, why the fuck did he do that for? And you not even have commentary on. You just got Bellyache seeing what he sees.
Give me that.
Maybe he could do like a Patreon or something.
Oh, that's exactly what I was going to say, bro. So rather than here's an idea for him.
Yeah.
So he makes an OnlyFans account.
Oh yeah,
and he just puts his camera up as like first person view in the coach's box.
Live streams on OnlyFans.
You got to subscribe to Craig Bellamy's OnlyFans,
or just like Twitch or Kick or something. Like probably doesn't have to be.
You could probably sign a good deal with OnlyFans. And
imagine him on Twitch, bro, and then you come in and he's sitting in like a fucking proper gaming chair.
Yeah,
like
in like a gown.
Yeah, yeah, Melbourne Storm hoodie.
Yeah. Just going, like, remember that jersey I gave you, bro? Burn it. Who signed with him? I don't know. Anyway, I couldn't think of anyone.
What's another headline?
Oh, so this one was edited as well. Titans defeated by Broncos.
No, that was the All Blacks versus Argentina game, wasn't it?
Yeah,
dude. I'll just say it. Like, they wear the black jerseys, they start playing like Penrith of the last 4 years.
Or the All Blacks.
All the All Blacks.
Yeah, but it's rugby league, not union, so grow up, guys.
Yeah, but
those jerseys...
Almost a replica of the All Blacks jerseys.
Those jerseys were shit hot, though.
All I'm thinking is that Penrith have missed the boat on that.
We are the black jerseys.
No, my only pushback, like, I love it, but I want to know what makes them so amazing, because it's the most basic...
Well, that's it.
Exactly.
Simplicity.
So what? But
less is more.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because
we saw it all the time.
What if any other team does it? And then all of a sudden, you copied the Broncos. It's like, well, they didn't really start anything. They copied the All Blacks.
Well, they're not. The All Blacks have that as their all year jersey. This is for men's mental health Men's Mental Health Month. Yeah. I think they should introduce another round and do a blackout round. So everyone has a blackout jersey.
But then you're not going to know who's who.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I don't know about blackout round, but maybe everyone takes it in turns every round.
Yeah.
You know?
Or you do like
everyone wears that jersey twice a year.
Home team
black shirts versus no shirts.
Home team gets the black jerseys, and then next year they rotate it.
Well, I mean, Manly tried to do this with the Pride jerseys.
We were more inclusive. We were more thoughtful and creative.
Yeah,
we could have easily just blacked everything out, but then...
That's actually when Ben became a Manly fan, when he seen all the players revolting. I was like, this is my squad, boy. Wasn't in 08 from some book. That story way too good.
The All Black jersey. So the media and everyone is just completely sucking it off, going, it's the greatest jersey of all time.
It's up there.
But
It's pretty cool.
It's up there.
But it's black. It's all it is a black shirt. So I got a black shirt in my wardrobe hanging up.
You're wearing one.
I bet you won't say the same thing about that.
no, because it's not
no.
a Broncos jersey. It's not for a good cause.
And so what?
Actually, go
the
get
fact
it.
that it's for a good
I might.
cause. The fact that it's for a good cause. That's what I want to know. Like,
But you don't think it looked sick with and all the
it looks
logos are in
sick, but
gloss?
it doesn't look like it didn't necessarily look like a jersey.
What did it look like then?
Looked like the All Blacks jersey.
So you hate the Black Dog Institute?
No,
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
no.
Sounds like he hates men's
I just
mental
don't
health.
understand how it's getting, put up there with the number one jersey of all time when there wasn't as much thought put into it. Like, it doesn't take a fucking genius to
Name
put together
a-
going, let's just make it,
Name
let's
a
just
better-
black and
Name
Name
a
a
white.
better-
special jersey that was better.
The Titans Anzac one a couple years back with the fucking.
It's quite meaningful. I don't know if it was.
But you know what it is as well.
I don't know if it was
I
better.
guess
But
you know what the blackout jersey is,
Yeah.
but it doesn't replicate the Broncos at all.
Why did you?
It doesn't have
why
to.
did
It's
you-
not about. That's why they blacked out the logos, because it's not about the Broncos.
Yeah.
It's about.
So what if the Titans go and do it next week?
I'd buy one.
I'd rate it for
Do you
them
think
as
they
well.
get? Do you think they get just as much praise?
100% if it's in men's mental health month
Okay,
in June.
all right. Well, that's more so what again.
Because I think the
I don't think that'll be the case at all. I think people go, "Oh, you copied the Broncos," but then it's like,
But if all the proceeds, like the Broncos, are going to the Black Dog Institute, I think that's half the thing. People are getting around it because it's for like such a
Yeah.
good cause, and it's in the month when it's happened.
But
What
Ben,
it's for.
I'm
and all
talking
that.
about the jersey appealing to the eyes.
But Ben,
Does it not appeal to you at all?
Well,
Or have
you
you got
can't
Broncos
see.
bias? You hate the Broncos. I hate
do,
the Broncos.
I do.
But I rate that jersey. I'll give them credit where credit is due,
Yeah,
and I
but-
fucking hate them more than anybody.
like I was saying on the night, every team needs to make a blackout jersey because I'm not buying a fucking Broncos
ever.
jersey.
And
Ever.
maybe the
Ever.
maybe
But I
the
love
NRL.
it.
Yeah, maybe
I
the
love
NRL.
it, but I'm not going to fucking buy a Broncos jersey.
Well, maybe the NRL look at that and go, maybe we do have something like that. Then that would be pretty cool. I just don't think that it's
But Ben, I want to know
up there, number one with
why
all the
did you
best
buy?
fucking jerseys.
Why did you buy the black shirt in your closet? Because it looks shit hot, right?
No, because it was Uniqlo. Huh? Black, white, got cream. Because got to get one of each color.
Because it looked good.
Yeah.
there you go.
But it didn't. But what I'm saying is like a sports jersey.
I feel like you've got yourself in a cul-de-sac, and
Yeah, bro.
you just got
Stop.
your,
I feel like you guys are just mincing my words a little bit. Going like, because I get what you guys are saying. I get the meaning, but I'm not talking about the meaning behind it. I'm
the
not
meaning,
talking, not talking about the charity.
The meaning adds
not
to it,
talking
though.
about, yeah, I get it, but so does all the other rounds. So you're saying the Heritage round doesn't mean anything towards the Anzac round doesn't mean as much to the Anzacs.
Did you like the Rabbitohs 7-Eleven jerseys?
What the fuck
Dude.
were they, bro?
Like it looks like
It's like
you,
a rainbow sour strap over the shoulder.
you know, and you can design your own jersey. Like,
Yeah.
that's what it looks like.
Oh, like how what the Wars did and Dallin
Yeah,
Martinis
that's
did
what it
so
looks
that's the
like.
next
They're
one,
just
yeah.
like, oh, fuck it. And then they've like gone to put it in the middle, but it's just ended up on the shoulder at this shit angle.
Yeah, it was
Like,
meant to be straight across the jersey, and as it went through the printer, it accidentally fucking skewed sideways.
Yeah,
They were like, oh well.
How many of them are like that? Oh, sorry,
All
sir.
of them.
Yeah, they all. Well, we can't afford to reprint them, so fuck it. And like people are like people frothing those jerseys, Ben. I'm like you. I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah, well,
For that?
Were they getting praises?
Oh, fuck yeah.
not from me, bro.
Not
Was it
anyone-
was it mental health?
No, that was the retro. That was one of their Super League jerseys, I believe.
It looked like
90
that.
from 95. No,
I thought
96 or
I
something.
thought it looked like a 7 because it was like from like 7s or something, not 9 like 9s but
Yeah.
7s.
Yeah.
And it was red, green, and white, like 7-Eleven.
Yeah. It looked like that, bro. It looks like the 7. Like that's what I
It
wanted.
just needed a Slurpee cup like right there, dude.
Did they the slushy helmet?
Yeah.
With the visor with the two caps.
You
cups
know,
on
bring
either
your
side.
own cup day.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
It's like I need to go take like a fucking toilet, one of those plastic shells for a pool down to
Yeah,
the
fucking A.
Yeah, that's what it gives me vibes of.
Oh, that's good.
And they played like a guy that works at a 7-Eleven too.
Oh, yeah.
That the next game was it?
wiping.
Oh no!
with his
Oh
right-
wait, no! Fucking Finn. No, Finn's all the way up.
He's
by the
wiping
way.
it with his left hand and then putting the sandwiches straight in the fucking Bay Marie.
Actually, I'm fucking keeping an eye on that next time. If my fucking sausage
hand?
rolls are going, if
They're
he's
going in bare hands,
if he's
bro.
loading the sausage rolls with both hands, bro.
Yeah, this smells like
My
shit.
precious.
Yeah, why does one side of this sausage roll smell like ass?
Hot ass and curry. It smells like burnt hair and Indian food.
But yeah, Finns are on a tear.
Yeah, biggest win in their career.
Oh, is
now.
it?
Yep.
Ooh,
Oh,
shit.
short career, but yeah.
No, that's good.
Something about big front row fucking coaches.
Fucking,
Rolsey, fucking the silverback Wolfie,
He
bro.
looks
like,
fucking terrifying. Did you see him standing up in the box? Dude, he's just like this. And I'm like, whoa, fuck. It's like,
yeah, the big boys are out. They're
He's-
fucking. I mean,
yeah, I mean, we're used to seeing fucking Wayne Bennett
Wayne.
and Craig Bellamy, you know,
Yeah.
these
Yeah,
wiry
yeah.
fucking skinny cunts going off.
Wayne Bennett looks like Voldemort when they find him under the train station seat, just like fucking
Yeah.
shriveled up and shit.
I like when they cut to him and he's like got zero expression. They're like, oh, he doesn't look happy. So
yeah.
He looks like that all day.
Yeah,
like
they-
he's sedated.
Yeah,
I'm sure of it.
yeah. Oh, those are Wayne's Alzheimer's drugs.
Yeah.
Who
But
was
yeah,
after?
so the blackout jerseys, tits, the Titans, they did lose. But I've been saying it all year. Whenever Jojo Fafita's out, we play like shit. And we probably wouldn't have won anyway.
Do you think AJ fucked that up because you were upset that he was back in?
I was a little bit
Who was
upset.
replacing?
Pardon?
Who was he replacing?
Well, he took AJ. He took Campbell out of fullback, and Tom Weaver out of.
That's who
out
you
of
were,
halfback.
that's who you wanted in there.
Because I
wasn't
want.
it?
Well, I just
Want
like
Waves to
I
have a
didn't
crack.
think we would win. I just wanted to see what Foran and Weaver would look like together because we
Who's
haven't
Foran?
seen
Foran?
Yeah, sorry, Kieran Foran. We haven't seen them to play together yet.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like two genuine fucking halves in the halves.
do you
like
think-
when was the last time we seen that?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
he
that's-
got
that's a
6
good point.
Panthers in Origin. Lindsay Smith's been getting the call up.
Get fucked.
Hey,
No way.
have Panthers got the bye?
I'm fucking.
We got the bye.
Wait,
this
I'm
week.
jumping ship.
Why?
yeah, let's
Fuck
go,
Lindsay
boys.
Smith.
See, that's how you know. That's how you fucking know this guy. He's on with the Sharks, bro. He's a Jack Faker.
You're doing it,
Motherfucker.
Sharks are my
him.
team.
I'll take him. That's my boy Benny, bro. We've been fucking doing this since day dot. Since
yeah.
08, baby.
This has been a mind game thing, bro. This is a 10-year plan. You think you're cute with your 5-year plans? I got a 10-year plan.
I'm surprised Charlotte hasn't actually gone, look, mate, you're going to have to fucking switch to Queensland or else it's over.
She tries every year.
Does she?
Every
Good.
fucking year.
Good
I
on her.
cop it.
Good
I
on
cop
her.
it.
Do you want to know?
But, yeah,
do you want to
my
know the
8-year
teams, or
plan-
do you want to wait?
We'll wait till we get
sick.
to it. 'cause
Well,
we gotta-
it's been dropped. Yeah, but keep going.
So the 8-year plan.
Yeah, the 8-year plan was fool everyone into thinking I was New South Welshman,
Yeah.
but I'm actually a closeted Queenslander.
You're definitely closeted, all right.
Back to the weekend of footy. Raiders.
Raiders.
Oh, Papa's 319th.
Dude, gives you goosebumps. Like I just started fucking.
I've
That's how good it got me,
I've told
bro.
probably 6 or 7 people about the moment he kicked that goal.
And it was after the 2 tries he just fucking
Yeah.
scored in the space of
Yeah.
5 minutes as well.
And Ricky on the
Storyline.
sideline, I swear he was crying.
He
the
did.
way
I think he was.
smiling
I think he was, man.
And cheering, there was tears coming out these fucking eyes.
Ben
man.
tells me before we're sitting there watching the footy before he got here. He goes, "People on our. Did you see the people commenting on the post?" I'm like, "No."
Instagram.
Instagram. People fucking crying, bro.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, that made me cry watching
Yeah.
this." I've watched it like 10 times.
Multiple, yeah.
I'm with them.
I've watched this 100
I
times.
didn't shed a tear, but I was
You
welling
got-
up.
you got that
I was
going.
welling up, bro.
I like that.
And I said it to Anna, and she goes, "Of course you would fucking cry over football, cunt."
Over the Raiders, bro.
Who I
Over
hate.
the Raiders.
No, but Papa is a Queenslander.
Speaking
Get fucked. It was
speaking
Ricky. You were sweet until it showed Ricky.
Papa, no.
It was
when
Ricky
Papa
that got
kicked
you choked
ball,
up.
When Papa, he's got his second try, like I was jumping around, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
and then I saw that they gave him the ball to kick it, and I was like, no
No
way.
way.
Oh my god, bro!
And it wasn't an easy kick either.
No, it was off to the side, dude. Like,
That's the hardest point. Like sidelines are easier than the fucking like 20 meters in.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
Nah,
You're the-
it's the sweet for normal goal
Yeah.
kickers.
Oh right. Yeah. Like
There's
you.
there's the conspiracy, right? So he's been putting shit on the Raiders all year. Last year too, I'm pretty sure he jumped on a little bit with me.
Bit of Raiders biastry?
No, speaking of
If they had a black jersey, you would hate it.
speaking of closeted players, you're going for Queensland now. Apparently, hey,
What, me for Raiders?
jumping off the bottom of
Fuck,
the
you're
bottom,
easy to get, bro.
jumping off the
Nah,
bottom of
bro.
the ladder team, straight to the top of the table.
I've got a 5-year plan as well.
Is it kill yourself if Titans don't start making some moves? Rugby league, kill yourself.
That would have happened
not
in
physic-
2012 if that was the case.
Was that when
I was going
Jared
to say,
Hayne
did
came
we
in?
just talk about the black
Was it?
black jerseys mental health?
No,
and-
5 years after they got brought in.
Oh.
But yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
no.
Wait, what was the stat that you dropped since the Titans have been in the comp?
Oh, yeah, they've got the worst record. The
Yes.
worst win-loss record.
So
And
Devon?
points.
So the loss,
he'd have
it's not good. So since
hold
the
up.
Titans have been in the NRL
So 07.
since 07,
Yeah, so nearly 20 years.
Yeah, their
statistically wise,
win-loss. I mean, we're only 2 games
don't
worse.
downplay it.
We're only 2 games worse off than West Tigers, but
It's not. You shouldn't be proud of that.
Yeah,
bro.
that's fucked, bro. They won 3 spoons in that time.
yeah. Which
probably
means
more.
the years that we did win the
He's so
spoon,
stoked
like
about it
we
too.
fucking lost really bad.
If we're going to do it, we're going to do it properly, all right?
Yeah, that's what happens when you come 13th every fucking year.
You think last week's loss was good? You wait.
Yeah, I'll teach you a thing about losing.
Hey,
Yeah,
Brian
we've-
Kelly, where you at?
So we've lost 259 games, won 168. I don't know how this works, but Newcastle Knights have won 176 and lost 248. Oh no, that math works out. But yeah, we're only 2 games worse than West Tigers.
Where's Manly at?
Manly 4th? They're sitting in 4th. This is pre-Dolphins. But
Yeah.
they've won. They got a better winning than loss. Yeah, 236 winning, losing 189. Penrith are just above them, 243 and 182,
Obviously, Melbourne, number 1.
and Roosters up there with them. But Melbourne, kicking ass.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting stat because I guess when we talk about the Titans, there's a lot going on around the league at the moment. But if you think back to like Des was brought in to make them better.
Yeah,
Fucking previous to him, Neil Hint,
Look,
Justin Holbrook was major, but they've changed coaches, they've changed.
I mean,
recruiters.
every time they sack a coach, it's to get better. But the whole Des thing was like Holbrook's their mates. We need to stop being their mates and start being hard on them. And it just fucking they've like it's like they revolted. Like they're like, no, we're not fucking like we want to be mates.
dug their foots and
Was he
beat
the
them to the
Titans'
ground.
Kevy?
Who Holbrook?
Yeah.
Possibly. We
But
might
also-
even end up with Kevy again. I mean, not again, but
I think he would probably be okay.
I'll tell you what's funny.
I think he would probably be okay with this squad. I think he would, because he's a fucking. What did Des play when he played?
Billy Walters signing with the
He was a
Titans next
halfback.
year.
Des was a half.
Okay, well, that's just going to fuck that up the ass.
Yeah.
I was
But,
going to say, Kevy might come in and be able to work out that fullback halves conundrum that you just can't seem to fucking get around. But I think Campbell's on his way out.
Yeah,
So he's off contract at the
You
end of
watch,
this year.
yeah, he'll get an
He
offer
can
from
negotiate.
another club.
Fucking Perth Bears, man. He's got next year, and then he can go straight to Perth and make big money.
That'll hurt my heart. Just a little bit.
Yeah, go to Bears Perth.
But
signs the wrong
speaking-
contract.
oh no, I'd be okay with that. No.
Oh, Bears Perth are sending on the contract too.
Yeah, Brad would be a first
Speaking
member.
of Perth Bears, Mal Meninga, their new coach, right?
Oh, mate. Did you see the photo they used on Fox League?
No, I haven't. But I'm seeing rumors, which makes me fucking laugh my ass off. They're like, let's get Tino and David Fafita over here, and they can be the face of the team, and we'll build around them. It's like, cunt, isn't that what they're doing? They've been trying to do at the Titans.
Yeah. Well, did Mal get a
They've been trying to
relationship
do
with
that.
him when he was here?
Yeah, big. Yeah, he
Well, they would. Oh, and the Australian squad.
big relationship with him. He might get Dave. I don't think he's going to get Tino.
Tino's got a get out clause though, doesn't he?
He's got one every year.
Fucking hell, that's a fucking terrible deal.
I know, but
That's terrible.
if you want to keep someone like Tino at a club like Gold Coast,
Yeah, well,
you do
yeah.
what it takes, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's very similar to the Luai at the Tigers, isn't it?
Yeah, except that's not working out as well as they thought.
I think it is. I think you can't say they're not miles better.
But he's
Like
I mean,
I've seen Braith and Astor saying the other. Oh, not
Halfbacks
Braith.
should-
Josh Mansell saying he's not worth the money because he hasn't had a try assist. He hasn't scored a try. But it's like they were fucking.
I think halfbacks should have try assists, bro. Like
Yeah,
that's
they
a
should.
thing.
They should. But he's been fucking. He's definitely picked that whole fucking team up though. Like
I
him and Taruva.
I feel like if you don't have the try assist, you should be able to. There should be some part of your game that we could reflect back on and be like, okay, it's his kicking. It's his kicking for possession. He kicks to the sidelines. For example, like I can't pinpoint any part of his game that specifically has changed the Tigers.
So he's like Kronk in the grand final. He's just out there directing. Is he just being a general?
And
Because look what he did with Galvin. Galvin was fucking crushing it, dude. Like, I had him on fantasy. He was averaging 54 a game.
Well, they might as well just put a fucking trainer's jersey on him and fucking have him running around behind the players and have an actual halfback.
What, get a water bottle on?
Yeah.
Little bag with some Band-Aids
Yeah,
and
fucking
Basso.
oath.
Some Stickums.
Stick, yeah.
just don't let Clint Gutherson near it.
7-Eleven.
What a time.
Only a couple.
How many games we got left? Is that the last one?
We got the Tigers game and the Bulldogs game. So
Yeah.
Tigers versus Panthers.
Lucky to win. Got a couple lucky calls there.
Panthers suck, bro. Only just beaten the fucking
Tigers?
Jesus.
Yeah. Nah, we got a couple lucky calls there. Benji wasn't happy with, but I'll take him if it gets us 2 points before Origin. So
A couple of weeks for the Tigers, haven't they? Because they had some last week, I think, that not go their way. But
yeah. Well, the one was the Jerome Loy on the kick, and then one for him on an escort as well. So, but he used to do that for us all the time, get those sneaky escorts, and he would 50-50 get caught for him, and he's just been caught for this one, in my opinion.
You know what's cool? Like the Tigers, I feel, and also the Panthers are just having like really close games every game. You know what I mean? It's always a close one.
I'd rather that over a blowout. Like that Para game last week was fucking sick. It's probably the game of the round because it was just him, Mitch and Nath going at it with the kicking and shit.
And then in this game, like Luai fucking sitting Cleary a couple of times, sacking Cleary. Like that was cool as shit to watch, man.
I think the little narratives like between players or teams that fucking and if they're close makes the games a lot better. But
and that could build into a really good narrative.
Well, they've got the Ivan shit with the Tigers.
Yeah,
like all that stuff.
There's also Bizza and Jerome were going at it just in a good way.
But Jerome's going to try and put the hits on, but so is Taruva. Taruva loves that shit too.
Yeah, he was getting in it.
Yeah, because it was Bizza v Taruva, wasn't it? They're on the same
on that side.
Yeah,
I was going to say,
and Taruva was barking at him too when Taruva went over.
What were we going to say?
Oh, nothing. It's just a phrase they use all the time. I was just going to say Taruva loves the niggle.
Yep. No worries.
Just sorry.
What was that song you liked again?
The YG one. My niggle.
My fucking niggle.
Said it on the rap, motherfucking niggle.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
All right, that's enough.
And the game we just watched, kinda.
Yeah, we did. Watched it right before we went live. The
It was
Bulldogs
close the
versus the
entire
Eels.
game, and then
Just
a
blew
couple
out.
of late tries. One to Lockie Galvin.
We were cheering, hey Ben, when he got fucking dropped.
He got
And then,
Oh, were yous?
then he gets the old fucking
Katonga
into the
hit him, bro. Fucking got up, gave him a facial afterwards.
And then they gave him a 6 again. They show the replay, and he doesn't even fucking touch it.
Nah,
Yeah.
It
Katonga
just
got
comes
him
straight
clean.
out of Galvin's hands as a loose carry.
Yeah.
The try that he scored though was pretty impressive. Not his, but Marcelo Montoya. He got
Yeah.
held up by about 5 fucking Parrot, and none of them wrapped the ball up. And
Nah.
he just goes boom straight out the back to Josh Curran.
I thought he was
Josh
gonna
Curran
lose it though. He juggled it there for a little bit.
Yeah. No, he's a good player.
He is.
But let's get on into Origin, boys, because we've still got another pod to get through.
Yes.
Yep. Do you want me to do
teams.
Blues team? You do
You got
Queensland,
the,
Brad?
yeah, I'll get the team up.
You
Give us
just-
your best Gus Gould fucking.
Or you got the teams?
Launch.
I got
The
New South.
screenshots.
Oh no, I didn't say it. You just go to Queensland's Instagram, bro.
They don't have 1
They'll have it on the list.
to 19, but
I don't follow them.
you can
so
sort of-
we've got Dylan Edwards, Brian To'o, Critter, Latrell Mitchell, Zach Lomatch, Mitch
Unchanged.
Moses, Nathan Cleary, Max King
Yep.
in the 8.
gets the start.
Reece Robson, dude, what was all the shit with him saying he had a hammy issue? He fucking played on the weekend. Even in a shit side, he still did all right.
I don't know. I think you can't buy into the NRL fantasy pages these days either because people are fucking throwing out rumors just to throw people off and trade dudes, and then they're still playing and shit.
Payne Haas, Liam Martin, Angus Crichton, Isaiah Yeo, captain, Connor Watson 14, Spencer Lenu, Hudson Young, and Stefano gets the 17.
Yeah.
Then we have, oh yes, I love this for the Dogs. It's going to annoy the fuck out of their fans. Burton at 18, Keon Kolamatangi at 19, and Lindsay Smith brought into camp at 20.
Nice.
I mean, he played for Australia last year, so I get why they brought him in. So it's fair enough, but he's been playing pretty steady this year, but not as good as I think he went last year.
And he's essentially replacing Barnett
No, Max King's replacing Barnett.
Yeah, but Max King moves up to that. Max King was in the game one side anyway, so
Yeah.
then he sort of comes into play, like just for that development role.
Oh, yeah, to
You
get
know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Lindsay Smith. So
I still feel like Keon should have been in there.
Yeah.
But because they had Stefano there in the extended squad, he probably gets that call up. But he had a great game on the weekend too. So,
and again, I sort of said Burton at 80th man makes so much sense because if anyone goes down in the back line,
covers everywhere.
covers everywhere.
He can play lock if he wants to.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like you've got players that can probably shift into an edge or a middle anyway, and then he can slot in their position anywhere in the back.
I reckon
line.
he could hold his own at back row.
He's big enough.
He's
strong enough.
Yeah.
So
I reckon he could do a job
So
there.
the whole Reece Robson hammy thing was a fucking lie.
Yeah, fucking smoke screen. You know where I first seen that too?
Wow.
Denon Camp on SEN.
Of course.
Of course, it's a Queenslander blowing
Queenslanders.
fucking smoke.
What a legend.
Christ.
Shout
What a
out to
legend.
Kempy though. Shared one of our posts. The
did he?
Bizza try.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Legend.
Did you get the team, Brad?
Yeah, I got it right here. It's not in any. It's not in an order.
Yeah, they
So,
always do that. It's
yeah,
weird.
which is kind of weird. But Kurt Capewell makes his way into the team.
Is it alphabetical
No,
with
it's
last
not.
names?
Not even.
Oh, yes, it. No. Yes, it is. It is. Yeah,
okay,
it
there you
is.
go.
So Kurt Capewell makes his way into the team, probably in place of Beau Fermor.
Is he not? Oh.
No, Beau Fermor's not in the team
That's
anymore. Pat Carrigan.
Sucks. Gives them 15 minutes at the back end of a game that
yeah.
you're fucking losing in the
Yeah,
boots.
and then I mean they got flogged by the Broncos.
Yeah,
as
on the
well.
weekend.
So
Doesn't help.
no. Pat Garrigan, Xavier Coates, Lindsay Collins, Ruben Cotter, Tommy Dearden comes in for Dally Cherry Evans.
Huge.
Big change there. Not sure who gets captain. Maybe Tino.
I was thinking Paddy Caggs.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
Harry Grant.
Harry Grant, because he's on the whole game.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, he might be on
Money
the
is the
whole
leader,
game,
but
he wasn't last game.
Oh, all money, yes.
But yeah, probably Munster actually. Tino, Mo Fodawaker kept his spot. It's kind of surprising.
That's, yeah.
Harry Grant, Val Holmes, Corey Horsburgh makes his way in, which is nice. I don't think he'll be.
I think he's extended.
Yeah, I think
from
he'll
what
be
I've seen.
extended. Same with Jack Howarth, extended as well. Kind of good to see him in. He's a pretty good player.
I don't think
injury
he's
prone.
been that good with that shoulder. Like
He hasn't been as good as Grant Anderson.
But-
Like
no,
if,
but
if
you know
you're
when he-
comparing,
I thought that
But
was the same person.
you know when he blew his shoulder out,
yeah,
and like since he's been back, I don't think he's been good
Yeah.
enough to get an Origin call.
that
up,
game
in
that
my
he blew
opinion.
his shoulder out, I had him for a triple.
Yeah, I remember. I remember. But since he's been back, I don't think he's been like nowhere. Like it still looks like it's hampering him a bit. So he's
Yeah.
obviously just in there for a development.
Yeah. After Howarth, we've got Trent Loiero. He keeps his spot. The big Ezra Mam coming in hot.
Yeah, me and Guy have got an opinion on that.
Kurt Mann, Cameron Munster, Jeremiah Nanai, Kalen Ponga, Hamasai Tabuai-Fido, and Robert Toya.
So me and Guy were having a chat when I went and picked up these delicious beers this afternoon.
Yeah.
And he just goes, boy, he's like, you got to think about it, mate. I was like, what's that? And he's like, who's getting the bags if they win game 2? Hey, I know a bloke. Delivers as well.
Can I
You
just
can't ensure that it's going to get there safely on time. Might hit a 4-year-old on the way, but
Can I just add that Queensland should probably hire Apex Ad Agency
'Cause that
to
is
sort their
terrible.
fucking socials out? Because
Disgusting.
look at this thing, man.
I could do better.
Watching
hit me
you
up.
read that was like, you know,
Bro, it's like
It's like they've tried to do a
block lettering.
magazine. It's like they've tried to do a magazine cover, but then just tried way too much.
That's straight from.
But then they
that's
ran out
straight
of
from
time and rushed it,
Microsoft
bro.
Excel. Bro.
they did
Yeah.
that. They did that last game. Remember they had that retro shit looked like Windows 95 shit on it.
Yeah, it looks shit. Anyway,
Oh, maybe because it was celebrating the 95 series.
well, maybe because
There you
that's
go.
from
Just answered my own
Queensland.
query. Yeah. You know they haven't won a game since he said that.
since
good.
what?
We're still Queensland.
Really
3 games in a row.
hectic.
Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts, boys? Because I know you've got plenty to say, and I'm
happy with
first-
New, I'm happy
re-
with New
I'm
South
re-
Wales.
I'm ready to.
Nah,
I'm
going-
ready to fire back. You
I'm
want to
going in
go?
on Queensland, bro.
Go in.
Firstly,
you dog.
to sack your captain after one game, who's been there for previous years, who's proven that he can do the job in and out. Pretty disappointing. Pretty heartbreaking to see from a Manly Manly fans' perspective, but I just don't see how that is a better choice than I actually thought Cam Munster didn't do enough over the last couple of weeks to solidify himself. And I think Cherry Evans wasn't necessarily doing as much either, but again, as the leader of the Queensland side, you got to keep him in. We spoke about that last week on the pod.
You know what I'm saying? Billy Slater's picking on form now.
Yeah, but not only that, but Ezra Mann, in hindsight now, this whole fucking thing is a bit of a... Because, like, I know footy's footy.
Does it feel like Ezra is a good player?
I don't think...
I think he's a gun.
I think that the standard should be set that the Queensland... If you're gonna barrack on about, we're still Queenslanders and this is the Queensland spirit and stuff, you just fucking put in one of the most red hot, and maybe that's the method behind the madness, because New South Wales absolutely hate him.
If he gets on and Spencer's on,
I want to see that.
There's going to be fucking scraps.
But guess what? That's 10-7 to Spencer.
Oh, 100%.
I don't think that actually benefits Queensland.
But you're just saying then, Ben. So like we're still Queensland spirit, like all that shit. The one thing that they always fight, the other one they always use and bang on about too a lot is the fucking standard that they set.
Pick and stick.
No, not even that. Not the pick and stick. The standard they set for their players. Like they want them to like earn the jersey and all that shit.
Exactly.
He, in my opinion, he should still be fucking suspended. He got off light as. And
but he isn't.
I know, but I'm just saying. Like,
and he's been playing great.
He played 3 games.
And you're talking about
he's playing great.
The Queensland standard is hit a 4-year-old in the space of 12 months.
No, that's got nothing to do with footy, cunt. What are you talking about?
But it did, because
it's got nothing to do with
because he got suspended for half this year. He's come back for 3 games. 3 games, and one of them he went arse against Manly.
Mate,
so he's had 2 good games, and you're going to put him straight in because you're desperate.
You can't do that.
You can't.
Not when you've got Latrell in your team. Not when you've had like guys like.
Has Latrell done that?
You dropped your captain for this guy, bro.
He's done what he's
doing. Doing bags.
You dropped your captain for this guy. It's not
we didn't drop him for Ezra. For Dearden.
No, but essentially, who fills that role though? Dearden was always there, bro. Dearden was 14.
Yeah, but Dearden he was coming on at 9.
Ezra's in the extended squad, bro.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
but they made room.
They didn't take it.
He didn't take his
They
spot.
didn't swap Dearden for DCE because DCE would still be in the extended squad.
Well, they did because Dearden's going to wear the 7.
Yeah. So Dearden gets promoted to 7, and then somebody else gets promoted to 14.
Yeah.
And then
fucking
Ezra comes in to do that.
I see what you're trying to do.
Fill in the spaces.
I see what you're trying to do, but that's not what happened.
Essentially shunted.
Come on, bro. You know what they did? They brought in Ezra to replace Dearden.
Nah.
No, because then he'd be coming off the bench at 14 because that's what he played in game 1.
But if you're saying that...
Future-proofing for Munster, because Munster's last couple of years been injury-prone, missed last series.
Big money on his toes.
He's 32. Or 31, 32 at the end of this year, I think.
Bro, you can't say that Ezra...
Ezra
can't play because he's done something off field.
Subtract and add, and math works out.
No, because...
I don't know. It just, for me, it's like fuck. Like
so you lose a half, but then gain a half.
It's just an odd selection for all the banging on they do about.
Your half also happens to be your captain. Just saying. Anyway.
Well, look. The way I see it, the captain got dropped, which is pretty terrible. Let's be honest. I'll be honest.
Can you name another time when that's happened mid-series?
It happened one time. I think it was in like the 70s. Oh no, not the 70s because it's been going since the 80s.
Yeah,
but it was like it was like mid 80s or something. It has happened only one time.
Was it a dropping or like injury forced or anything like that?
No, it was a dropping. I'm pretty sure. Okay. I can't remember who it was, but it's happened one time.
That's huge then. If it's literally second time,
yeah,
interesting. But
if he's picking off form, that's why Beau Fermor isn't in the squad. That's why DCE because Manly suck. That's why DCE isn't in the squad. Yes, I know he's the captain, but look, I think that Billy is playing the long game and he's gone, fuck, look, we're not going to win this series.
I think it's
building into next series.
We cannot win this series. Yeah, you've 100%. You've hit the fucking nail on the head. He can't win this series. He fucking knows it, right?
This and he's gone. You know what?
Yeah,
it's not desperation. It's like we need to work it out before next fucking series.
So you just said we're not going to win this series. Why wouldn't you just keep DCE in then?
Because it's a waste of time keeping a guy that's not going to be there next year.
Well, let him lose 2. Series is done.
Then you've wasted another game.
Then blood your youngs in the third.
Blood them in now. Let's fucking go.
But also with all their leadership,
I can get behind that. At least you're getting behind the young fellas that have come in. Like me with Lindsay Smith.
We've got to.
Love that for him. He's played for Australia before he played for New South Wales.
The boy,
got a Blues jersey.
He's Billy's bro. He's playing like they always say, man, he's like fucking 2 steps ahead of everyone. All right, if he doesn't have a fucking great team to pick, he's got to try and find a way to make it. He's I wouldn't say he's given up on this series, but he's trying new things this series so that it works out, so he can work something out for next series.
I just think that in the leadership groups out the back, like if you're in the playing group and like DC is your guy and you've set your mind, like everything's built around that, and then all of a sudden it's not. It's all changed. So whether or not maybe that's just me speculating that's how Billy's coaching style would be.
Team's never been built around DCE.
Over the last 3 years as him as leading
Never.
around.
No, I don't think so.
Never, bro.
You don't think he plays
I'll tell you what,
important?
DCE was a fill-in after fucking Kronk. And that's it.
Jeez, you're just as tough as Billy, cunt.
Hey, I'm just being real. DCE, I actually really like DCE. He's fucking great, right?
Yeah,
And
you
he's a
change
really
your tone
good-
because you realise you might be seeing him on Friday night.
I'll tell him. This is what I'll say. I really like you, Dally. You're a fucking great bloke. I'm really glad that you didn't kick up a stink and say, "Oh, I should be fucking. I should be the halfback."
He'll probably come out on 100% footy next week.
He's got,
No cut that you haven't seen. I don't think any of them was it Dane Gagai when he did all those big drops. Everyone's like, "Holy fuck!" Like Billy's losing the plot. None of them cunts come out and complained, which is something you got to give him credit for. Like if you were
because he's got a great relationship with his players.
Well,
bro.
because he tells them halfway through their game.
He wouldn't ring up fucking Dally halfway through the game and go, "Hey, bro, I hope you're not busy, but we're just going to drop you for the next game." Okay, all right. Well, I'm really busy. I've got some more people to call and drop. Bye.
No, he didn't do it like that. It was more like, "Hey, Dally, what's up, mate? Yeah, not bad. Sorry, mate, we're just getting yelled at by fucking Siebes." Oh, yeah. Oh, no, we're not getting yelled. He's just psyching us up for second half, mate. 16-0, fucking killing it, bro. He goes, "Oh, yeah, sick. What do you want, Bill?" Oh, nothing, mate. I just seen how you're going, how the game's going, see how your body's holding up. Yeah, it's a really good, mate. Feeling great. Like, really, really keen for game 2. Yeah, we're going to drop you the other day, mate. Sorry, what was that, Bill? Oh, nothing, mate. Yeah, I just got to get going, though. But, yeah, we're not picking you for game 2. And he's just done it. I reckon he's done it like that. Like, he's just fucking pissing his shorts, bro. And then he's like, I think I just got fucking dropped. And he's gone out.
And so the whole second half, he's like,
just overthinking. He's like, did he say
he
dropped?
say dropped or
Did he say? Oh, okay.
He's looking up to the boxes and like, what did he say?
Yeah, Steve's just like, kick the fucking ball.
Yeah.
Like,
or did he say I'm getting dropped or I've got the captain's knock? I can't.
No, I reckon I read a little bit like this. Bring, 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 bring. Hello. Hey, DCE, Cherry, we're still Queenslanders, right? Why are you calling me halfway through a game, Bill? Can you not see the first half that we're having? We lost Lehigh already. We're Tom Turboless. Do you not see this performance I'm putting on? Yeah, but we're still Queenslanders, right? Yeah, what do you want, Bill? Yeah, no, we're just thinking about going with Tom Dearden for game 2. We'll catch you at the end of the game.
yeah, just does it just does it real quick. Yeah, we're going to put Tom Dearden and you're getting dropped game 2. Bye.
All right, I better let you go.
He's not captain.
Tom Dearden's in, you're out.
Yeah.
He's not captain, though. Have a good one. Bye.
Yeah, text him. He's like, Bill, what the fuck was that? New phone. Who dis?
Yeah. That's why.
Sorry,
that's why he was
number
putting in
saved.
those bad kicks. He's fucking texting like while he's got the ball in one hand and the phone in the other hand. Billy, did you say I was dropped?
DC is that old. He's probably running around with the Bluetooth headset on.
Billy was watching it and he goes, "After that, you are."
Yeah. And this is why you dropped, mate.
Yeah. But nah, look, DCE's fucking, he is who he is. He's had a fucking great career. And he was fucking like half foot, like 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out, before he fucking decided to leave Manly and all that.
And then
sort of stuff.
goes on to win a comp in 2025. That's how it's going to sound.
Jesus.
No,
Come
that
on,
just
bro.
doesn't
Come
sound
on,
right.
bro.
But
Yeah, same with the Titans.
Yeah, Jaden Campbell wins one before he goes to the Beers.
The Bears.
Yeah, the
Up
Perth
the Bears.
Bears, not the Beers. Not the Brouhahas. Any more Origin chat? Because we're going to do a preview next week, so there's going to be a lot to go over.
I'm pretty happy
with the team
with
list.
Yeah, I'm not happy with the team list, but I'm pretty happy with...
With what you've said.
we could go on.
If
you want.
I'm sure we'll pick it up next
only
week.
change I would have had Keon in, I think, over Stefano. Just because he
agreed.
cover more spots, but apart from that, nothing.
And
Still
he
fell.
fucking had a blinder on the weekend
I think
again.
Max King is going to be identical to Mitch Barnett starting.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get that hype
Did you
going.
see his...
I think he'll be better.
I think he's going to kill it.
Did you see Maxie's wife on TikTok? She come up on my algorithm. but they're full churchies.
Yeah.
So
no?
she
That was the first thing he packed to go to camp was his Bible, he said.
Yeah, So he was saying that no, she posted a thing just like in tears of happiness, saying how proud she was of him and everything, but she just kept referencing, oh, God did this. God picked him. He's the one.
God
this.
fucked Barnett's
And I said,
knee.
I actually commented and I said, what is God Laurie Daly? I didn't know Laurie Daly was God. Because essentially, Laurie,
God works in mysterious ways. He he
and he's not
ruptured
Laurie
fucking
Daly.
Barnett's ACL. Fucking hell.
Yeah, that was God.
Come on, Mrs. King.
God trying to balance it out for Queensland. All
But
right.
I don't think it's balancing out. I think it makes New South Wales stronger. 100% honest.
Yeah?
Yeah, I
I think
think
Barney was holding us
Damn.
back a bit.
I think
I thought Mitch
King-
Barnett fucking killed it.
I
in the
think
first
King's
game.
better.
I don't. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a wild take.
we'll chat about it next week.
Fucking hell.
We've still got another episode to go through, so thank you all for listening. Again,
real quick, Jai Pataya getting
Oh,
it done
yeah.
again last night. Sorry,
Gets
yeah,
the win.
Big shout out.
bro, he busted old mate up.
Yeah, he knocked out Canelo.
Broke his fucking.
Kind of looked like Canelo. Yeah, I was like, is that? I actually said this to Dirty Dick Rick today. I said, is that a Mexican flag? Oh no. He goes, it's fucking Italian, bro.
No,
I was like, oh, what the fuck?
He is actual from Timu, bro. Yeah.
And then he had
his
him on
passport is
he had
Canelo
him-
Alvarez.
Oh, bro.
He had him on the ropes, and he was like doing the head ducking and shit too. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, this guy actually thinks he's Canelo.
He's watched some YouTube highlights.
yeah.
Sad news. It's 5 hours ago, but Maxi Plaff scans revealing he'd done his ACL.
Oh
Oh,
no,
and there's return game on the.
Yeah.
Oh.
Psycho Plaff.
that is sad.
Heal up soon, brother.
Because he's a Queenslander, and we could
Yeah,
we could
he
do
would
with
be-
a Max
He's
Five.
Origin built.
He's Queensland origin all over.
Yeah, we'll get him next year.
Just a quick mention, if you aren't already following us across all social media platforms, what are you doing? Make sure you head over to TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all of the good ones, and follow us at Your Mates Podcast. We are at your.mates.pod on Instagram. We've also got a website coming in the next month or so. It's building, and it's going to be worth the wait. But you'll be able to find all of our links and all of our sponsors and everything on there as
And
well. So.
keep an eye out because we're going to be making some more content.
Oh yeah! If you got any ideas if you got any like,
If you got anything you don't want to do,
but you think of
we'll
some
do
good,
it.
Yeah, but you're thinking maybe Jason would look good doing that.
Oh, now we're cooking.
Or Benny doesn't like doing anything, so we'll make him do
Nothing
this.
permanent. Nothing permanent. I can do shit, but that's
Hey,
not.
we said dyed beard. That's not permanent.
You can shave it off.
Remember we were
You
gonna,
could
remember
put hairspray in.
Remember last year when we were going to do
That's
eyebrow
not permanent.
piercings, and you said that's permanent.
That's permanent, bro. That's scarring.
Dude, it comes out.
Yeah, but it's scarring.
You
dude.
get
Tattoos are scarring.
Yeah, but that's purposely put on.
Fuck. Can't
Would
win.
you get a
Can't
tat?
win.
Would
You
you get
might not purposely
Would you
put
get
it
a
on.
tat where you can't say? Oh, actually, you
No,
were
'cause
meant
then I'll
to.
end up
You were
getting
meant to
lasered.
choose our bet.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Are you going to lay it down
For the
now, or are you
State
going to
of
do
Origin.
it? Or are you going to do it
No,
on
we'll do
Origin
it.
preview?
We'll do it Origin preview. It gives me
Okay.
another. I've got a couple of ideas, and it's actually going to be a multiple choice question pushed back to you. The ball will be back in your court.
Oh, can't wait.
But that's what I'm going to give you the options.
Yeah.
So
You should you should just
there
tell him the options and then let him pick a number.
Is there a
yeah.
a
You give
D?
it-
All of the above.
I haven't thought about that yet.
But you've also
Depends
got
if
to,
we're playing margins.
you've also got to remember, Ben, whatever you choose, you have to do if we lose.
Oh yeah. So I'm
It's
being
like
creative with
drink milk through your nose. No.
Even better, drink it through your anus.
it. You have to dare me to do that.
Go
Oh,
from
wow,
your
he-
anus to your nose.
I'll do it with one of these
lactose
brouhahas if
intolerant,
you want.
bro. I don't know what happens when you put the milk straight to the sauce. Fucking hell.
And he's not talking about what he sauce either. Until next week, guys. Ladder bowl.
Bye.
Bye.
Daddy.
Mommy. Mama.